Now these guys right here, I like a lot. Yo guys, what is good? Zakaragi back at it again for another episode of Toilet Reviews, where we'll be going over the Stria Sport 107. So without further ado guys, let's get straight into this review. And a little background history about the brand. So Stria is a brand created by a group of former college basketball players who wanted to make a shoe that prioritizes function and quality while also keeping it affordable. So these guys retail for 120 bucks US, which actually isn't that bad in my opinion, considering today's economy and also with what you get with these shoes and the quality of them as well. And on a random side note, for all of you wondering, this is the box that the shoes come with, and personally I think it looks pretty cool. But this brand has been on my radar for a little while now, and I haven't been able to get around to getting a pair just because I've been trying to keep up with all the releases from the bigger brands just so I can get reviews for all of you guys out there. But Stria was kind enough to actually send a pair my way for a review, so big shout out to them. I really do appreciate it guys. But despite them sending these over to me, I'm still gonna give all of you my complete and honest opinion because that's just what I do. Now these guys have an aggressive full-length herringbone pattern with the diamond blade pattern mixed in there, and the rubber compound does feel tougher, but it is still somewhat pliable, so I don't know if I'd fully recommend these for outdoors, but they could potentially be a decent option. And being that this is a completely flat base here on the outsole, these will wear out evenly, which is great. And something I do really appreciate about the attention to detail when it came to making these is that the outsole pattern does come up a bit onto the midsole of the shoe, which is something that I love personally in my basketball shoes, just because I do a lot of drags when I do crossovers and whatnot, so the shoe will go like that, and I do have that little bit of traction right there, which is great. Like a Kyrie, for example, has that, or even something like a Anta Shockwave 5 also has that as well. And as far as how it performs, so far so good. I don't want to give you guys a full breakdown yet because this is just my first impressions. So when it comes to the cushioning, these guys come with a full-length EVA foam midsole, and it does feel pretty good on foot so far because it's pretty comfy and it feels responsive and plush. And this is the insole the shoes come with. It's actually not that bad. It has some nice plushness in the heel area right here, but it does taper down and slims up towards the forefoot area so you don't lose any court feel, and it does add some pretty good step-in comfort to the shoes as well. Obviously it's not as good as like a Move insole, for example, or any custom insole or orthotic that you may have, but one good thing about these that I really appreciate is that they don't have any glue at the bottom of them, so you're able to fully remove these whenever you feel like it and switch it out for whatever insole or orthotic you guys like to use when you play. Now the materials on the shoe are a standard setup, nothing out of the ordinary for today's day and age basketball shoes. So we have a mesh underlay with heat welded fuse overlays for high wear areas so the shoes can have better durability, and then there are some synthetic leather overlays as well. And the materials feel pretty comfortable on foot, especially when you go out and hoop in these. So comparing this to other shoes with the exact same material setup, these guys just feel much better on foot in my opinion. I think that's because these guys use a thicker, better quality cut of the fuse overlay as well as the mesh underlay as well, because I don't know what it is about it. Like this mesh is just so much more softer and just feels like a pillow on foot. And then the fuse material just doesn't feel cheap like something you get from Nike, for example, and just feels much more supportive and durable. So I don't know how they're able to get these materials and just keep the cost down to what it is, because this feels great. And then when it comes to the leather overlays over here, personally I thought this was genuine leather at first just because of how good it looks, but I actually messaged the brand and they told me that this was all synthetic leather. So for all you people out there that are vegan hoopers, there you go, they don't use any genuine leather, so you can go ahead and purchase these as well. So when it comes to sizing, these do fit true to size, so I got my normal size 10 and they fit me just fine. They are a bit narrow towards the toe area, but going true to size should work best. But overall guys, so far I'm very impressed with the Stria 107. I think they're slowly starting to become one of my favorite shoes to hoop in, so stay tuned for my performance review. I'll have that out soon, hopefully, and I'll link it up here once it is out. But we're at that point in the video, guys, now. It's time for hashtag Zacharagi, what you rockin'? So for today, I got these crazy things right here. They are a bit dirty, but these are the Way of Wade slides. Super comfy, and if you guys haven't seen my review for these, I'll link it up here as well. But that is it for today's video. I appreciate you all for watching. I'm signing out. Peace.